Bonjour, good morning, Bande Matram. So here we are going to have a brief discussion on the need to be virtuous. You know, virtue is a divine quality. Virtue is a divine quality. To be virtuous is a reward by the divine. So this virtuous quality you possess even if you are not aware, because so many good qualities are there, so many divine virtues are there inside you, but the problem is that you are not aware of this virtuous quality and the divine elements which are well present, very much present in your inside you. That is the problem, because we are not going. How can we be understand or able to understand and know unless otherwise we go, we behold, we read, or we will be aware. So these are the qualities normally present, and there is a beautiful message from Sri Aurobindo, very awareing, very inspiring message that you know. Sure, in the course on this beautiful things, inner divinity is the eternal avatar in man. Inner divinity is the eternal avatar in man. So you have to be virtuous. And whenever we go for discussion on virtue, simultaneously by the side we see another term, that is vice. So we'll try to see how Sri Aurobindo actually quotes vice, how Sri Aurobindo goes for virtue, and how the simultaneously both have been compared in a single message. That also we have to see in our discussion right now. While explaining on vices, first I will go to see the vice. Vices are simply an outflow of energy in irregulated channels. Just imagine, where there is no virtue, we take it for granted it is vice. So here, vice are simply an outflow of energy in irregulated channels, not regulated channels. It is a flow, outflow of energy in irregulated channels. Great men are not usually model characters. Normally we take, because in many ways you have seen so many big people are there, even the sadhakas says they are not of good characters. So many ways you find that there is some lacuna, there are pitfalls, there are so many lackings in them. Not always good characters, even though you feel they are great men. Naturally, by name and fame, outwardly or superficially, whatever you feel, they are great men. But many great men you can see, great sages, great authors, great persons, great personalities, great leaders. They are not of good character. Even sometimes you can find the people with high name and fame, they are behind the bars, you can see here. So, great men are not usually model characters. Most of the time, you can find no problem in you, but sometimes you can see, because and with this present scenario, so far this present scenario is concerned, you can find so many lacunas, because that's the media in this electronics, and digital media is so active. Whatever you think, do, you have to think 4 5 times before think. Look before you look, always step forward, because so many things are awaiting, you can be caught easily. Anyway, when we see the thing vice here, we can go for the term virtue. Sri Aurobindo quotes, and finally we'll come to the mother, how she explains. The sense of virtue helps us to cherish our sins in secret. This is something like javelin regard. It is something how it is a cover. So it is covering you like anything, and keeping the cover this outside. Under this banner, you are doing the wrongs, errors, sins in privacy. So, Sri Aurobindo quotes, the sense of virtue helps us to cherish our sins in secret. In secret. because normally already we have quoted Sri Aurobindo, great men are not usually model characters. So this stamp of virtue, a sense of virtue, helps us to cherish our sins in secret. Most of the time people feel yes, they are good people, they are having so they are virtuous people, they are having good characters, they are well-to-do people, and most revered, most remembered, and the most worshipped people, adored people. But within that banner, under that covering, normally it is a help to help to cherish the sins in secret. That is what happening. And next, Sri Aurobindo quotes, let not thy virtue be such in as man praise and or reward. This virtue normally we get through the praise, through the reward, how they really, these ways it is seen. Let not thy virtue be such as men praise or reward, but such as make for thy perfection and God in the nature demands of thee. What really we are here, what is our objective, and where really we stand, what is our aim, which mission and vision we are here to accomplish. That's what normally you would know, you have to carry out. But thing is that sometimes initially you don't know, and you are in a very virtuous manner, you are fulfilling your promise, you are trying to fulfill your dreams and this mission and vision. It's to some extent you go, but the latter what happens normally happens, you get mad bit behind somebody's praise or reward, that actually retards your progress, and that actually instead of getting accelerated going forward, you are getting retarded and going back. That is what normally happening here. So that must not be, you must not be, let not thy virtue be such as men praise or reward. That must not happen. Then if it is not a matter of praise or reward, then what really has to happen for perfection and God? That is the very simple question. For perfection and God, पूर्णता और भगवान, ये दोनों के लिए the nature demands of the this, for that only your nature demands out covertly or overtly, outwardly or inwardly. This is the truth your nature asks, that is perfection and God, not the praise or reward from somebody. Mother quotes, how can you ask or expect praise or reward somebody, because you don't know, and in which state of mind they are, which feeling they have got for you, how they like you, and with what outward extension they will try to praise you like anything. Anyway, so two things you must want, that is perfection and God. That thy nature asks. Against your in the quotes, to exalt our virtues, compassion even unduly above all others, it is cover up with one's hand and eyes of wisdom. So to exalt our virtue, compassion even, virtue and compassion, unduly above others, is to cover up one's hand on the eyes of wisdom. Cover up one's hand, the eyes of wisdom. Then comes courage and love are the only indispensable virtues. Really, what the virtues? People say we are virtuous, that never count. But the thing is, that's here in the course, courage and love are the only indispensable virtues, even if all the others are eclipsed or fall asleep. These two means courage and love. These two will save the soul alive. Save the soul alive. You can't get drowned. You can't get spoiled, because only thing that can save you, even if the rest are asleep, that is your courage and love. I will come little bit later. Let us read something from Mother, how the really Mother sees the things. The need to be virtuous, basically all kind of will for purity, for good in men. Two things are there, you can see, you can find here two things, the will, that is purity and that for good. One is purity and second is good in man, which expresses itself in the ordinary mentality as the need to be virtuous. Normally two things are considered to be virtue in the common man's mentality, common man's vision. One is purity and second is good in man. So again, as the need to be virtuous, the great obstacle, the great obstacle to be to is to the true self-giving. These are two normally what people feel virtue and all. So mother course, these two are the obstacles to self-giving. Now, while you are giving, you self-giving, these two are obstacles. One is will for purity and for good. This is the origin of falsehood. Mother course, this is the origin of falsehood, even more very source of hypocrisy. So we don't know what really we are doing. We don't know. Normally, to be very frank, to analyze in clear cut way, we have got two things. That inclination is there to be for purity and the good. These are actually in common ordinary eyes, they are actually very good qualities, virtuous quality like this, but actually these are the great obstacle for true self giving. With these are standing as an obstacle, as obstacles in the self giving, and these are the origin of falsehood and even hypocrisy. Origin of falsehood and origin of hypocrisy, these starts from purity and become purity and to be become good. And we don't know. Normally common people feel that is the good, but thing is that it is standing on the way of self-giving, and it is creating falsehood and error, hypocrisy in you. Don't try to appear virtuous. Don't try to appear virtuous. See how much you are united. So normally we plan, we think, we claim to be virtuous, but mother comes, don't go after that, don't be mad after that. Then what we have to do? How much you are united, one with everything. It is that is anti-divine. That is what one with everything, that is anti-divine. Normally with the anti-divine process we are entangled, but actually our purpose is union with the divine. So take your pulse and take your share of the burden. Accept yourself to be impure and false. Accept to be impure and false, and in that way you will be able to take up the shadow and offer it. No, try to know where really lies the problems, where is the lacuna, what really we can do. So, and it is so far you are capable of taking it and offering it. Try to identify. Try to after identifying, you have to analyze, and then you have what you have to do. You are capable of taking it and offering it. Then things will change. Unless otherwise, how can we reject it? That is the problem. That is the criteria with you. How can we be able to reject it? And finally, mother course, don't try to be among the pure. Very top secret. It is a top advice also. Don't try to become among the pure. Accept to be with those who are in darkness, and give it all to the total, with total love. Total love, because virtuous, when you think, you feel that purity is required, goodness is required. So normally we go among the pure. That is, all the greats are not always great character, noble characters. So exactly mother's advice is there. Accept to be with those who are in darkness, and give all with the total love, because things have to change. The things have to change. It is the idea, and you have to do it. You need to change, and that accidentally and truly the things are bound to change. And here finally, mother tries, Sri Aurobindo tries to conclude with the virtue and the vice. Two things are there. It is there. So how it is there, how it is seen really. Mother Sri Aurobindo tries to explain what is vice but an enslaving habit, and the virtue, but a human opinion. So what is vice but an enslaving habit? Virtue. Vice. What is vice but an enslaving habit and the virtue? but enslaving habit and virtue, but a human opinion. What nearly? Yes, he is virtuous. Yes, he is a sinner. He is packed with vice. All these are only enslaving habit, and it is a human opinion. Again, mother quotes, here in the quotes, it is from Sri Aurobindo. Virtue and vice are made for thy soul's struggle and progress. These are the things, two things have been given, very interesting. These have been given for the soul's struggle and progress. Soul's struggle and progress, these are the two measuring rod, testing knots. They are there for you. And finally, Sri Aurobindo quotes, human virtues and human errors are bright and dark wrappings of a divine element within human vices and human errors. Naturally, vices are there and the errors are there. To err is human. And human virtues, we have taken it for granted that the human, to err is human. It is fundamental thing. Human virtue and human errors are bright and dark, bright and virtue, bright, and errors, dark wrappings of a divine element within which one is one once it perceives the veil can burn through both towards the height of the spirit. So these are the things you must know, you must analyze, you must take it in a very greater way. With this, you have to progress. That's what mother quotes here in the quotes. Here it is from Sri Aurobindo. Human virtues and human errors are bright and dark wrappings accordingly of a divine element within which once it perceives the veil, once it pierces the veil, can burn through both towards height of the spirit. So these are the things from human we have discussed so far. Man is mad after getting the our reward, to praise, to become good. So always you can feel whom really you feel they are virtuous men. Normally they are not of moral character, good characters. So don't go for pure praise and rewards. Turn into your depth. Courage, already we have discussed this. Courage is there, and that for that only, not only you have seen that not only the courage but love also there. They are indispensable virtues that must be taken care of. So even if all are others are eclipsed and fall asleep, then these two, courage and love, still can save the soul alive. For that, actually, these virtue and vice simultaneously we keep discussing here. Soul's struggle and the for the soul's struggle and progress, it has got its own meaning. Thank you. Vande Mataram.